Hello everybody, Salty Sweet Ren here, and welcome back to more of the Sims 4 Werewolves series. Oh dear, I have no idea where the heck Cathy's going. We've got Cathy going for her morning jog, which was the plan at the end of the last episode, where she actually somehow managed to befriend Greg. I'm still a little confused as to how she managed to do so quite easily. And, she actually is really getting along well with Greg. Like, despite all of the warnings and signs and his initial hostility, she actually very quickly became good friends with him. We never did get around to giving back his diary, which we had found and read a little bit of. But he did tell us a little bit about himself and the history of this town, which is nice. And, Cathy actually has no intentions of telling anyone, not even Grace, who, like, she knows, and why are you wearing a swimsuit, Hillary Lawrence? Excuse me? We're just going to ignore Hillary. But, meanwhile, Grace, who has lived here for a while, has been starting to warm up to Cathy, despite their lonesome nature. They've been digging up a bunch of stuff, so, you might notice that their hands are kind of a little bit more dirt-stained than they used to be. It's from all the scavenging that they've been doing. Got a call from Greg asking us to go to the bar. That is hilarious. Oh my gosh, Cathy. I've got a few plans for today, I think, but we'll keep that in mind, Greg. Thank you for the offer. But yeah, last episode, Grace did almost lose control of their werewolf form, so, they wound up running to the top of the mountain, and, she worked as hard as she could to try and get control. Took a couple tries, but finally Grace now has complete mastery over her werewolf form. But her sleep schedule's also been messed with. So we do have to sleep during the day most of the time, actually. Lou, you think Judith Ward is pretty cute? That's a whole celebrity, Lou. I don't think it's a good idea. But yeah, they do want to keep getting along with Cathy. They do want to become good friends with Cathy. They are friends, and they want to keep getting to know Cathy, chatting with her, and now that they can control the transformation, it's probably going to be a lot easier. Or at least that's what Grace hopes. But meanwhile, Cathy, I'm still going to have her do her morning jogs, even though her initial plans for the morning jog were to, run and my initial plans for the morning jog, not hers, were to have her explore and see all the weird stuff happening in town. And now I wanted to see if she would run into Greg, and she has. I still want to have her do her morning jog. I think now part of her morning jog might just be her stopping by Greg's place. Just sometimes, not every time, just sometimes. They have a little bit of a chat. But for now, she wants to go to the library, so I'm going to have her do that. But, yeah, my plan was to have Cathy come here to the library. She's actually been wanting to, study more. She might find some more werewolf-related stuff. Right now, she's reading The Wolf Next Door, but she's in a playful mood right now, so that's fine. We might get some information from another werewolf book. That'll be nice. I hope we can get some more information. But, meanwhile, Grace has headed over to the Wild Things hangout. She's been wanting to chat with Rory a bit. She's wanting to kind of, talk to... She's kind of wanting to talk to them. Full introduction. I thought we already know you, Rory. What? Oh, wait, no. Wait. No. I'm clicking the wrong person. Grace. Okay. I got a little confused for a second. Needed to be Grace. Ginger couldn't help but stare out her kitchen window. He was outside again, mowing the lawn like he did every day at exactly 3:04 p.m., shirtless. It was especially hot today, and the sweat beaded on his neck and shoulders, each bead slowly rolling down his body, tracing the contours of each muscle. Her throat felt dry, and the wolf inside her stirred, begging her to go out and meet him. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, this is a cheesy romance novel. I saw an excerpt of it from the original official live stream, but not like this juicy. Oh my goodness, this is a little extreme. Yeah, I'm gonna have Grace kind of chat with Rory about everything. Yeah, look at Rory go. Rory is super good at this. You know what? Now that we can transform, let's go ahead and just... We can do this, you know what? Let's show that we have full control over our form as well. Yeah, look at that. And you know what? Let's do exactly the same thing that all the others were. Let's do this. They look excited to see it. Yeah, look at that. We're gonna just have Grace show off for a little bit, because that's super cool. Get everybody else's attention. We are still feeling like a big sad wolf. But yeah, I think that she also wants to share her worries about what happened with Cathy. With Cathy, like, look, I told you guys I got a human roommate, right? But the thing is, I broke into my roommate's bedroom and terrified her. Like, that's not supposed to happen, is it? Or I don't. Technically, she wouldn't know that, but she's like thinking. She wants to tell her roommate. She wants to like explain that this was the reason that she finally took the steps to get full control over her form. And looks like there might be more to discover if Cathy gives that book another read. The Werewolf Pack. Asked to be a friend of the Wild Things, I think. Are you sure I can't join Wild Things quite yet? Hey, we're a friend of the Wild Things. Look at you, brand spanking new friend of the Wild Things. Feel free to hang out with us whenever, or pop in and use our trailer. And hey, you don't have to do this, but we won't say no if you have any cool stuff to give us in the future. Every bit counts, you know? It says we're not currently in a pack, but... how do I join a pack, technically? Because it says I'm not in one, but... I'm sure I'll figure out a way to join the pack soon. Oh, we can do trials! We need to complete 3 trials. Demonstrate pack howl, discuss lunar epiphany, you can't do that. Might be cool to join at some point. But for now, they do want to just like have a deep conversation about everything. Share concerns about Greg, I saw. Well, let's have a deep conversation, I think. But yeah, Grace is wanting to like wondering like what to do about Cathy, because Cathy is currently browsing the web. But like, it's like there's this really cool human that's moved in, but like I don't know. I feel like if like, I mean, she seems cool, but and conversation has ended already. Where is everybody going? Hello? But yeah, we're trying to explain to Lou at least, like, so there's this really cool human, and I don't know, like, I mean, I thought like maybe if I told her about like the whole werewolf thing, like she might like, I don't know, go tell the other humans, they might drive us out, and they're like, what? Are you being ridiculous? Like, you really think she'd do that? I don't know. I mean, maybe I don't know her that well yet, but she seems cool. Okay, well, look. If you think she's that cool, like, what's the big deal? Like, she literally came to a town of werewolves. She's gonna find out sooner or later. And look, if you really think the world of her, maybe just have a little bit more faith in her. One of them might jokingly say something like, okay, well, look, if she really does freak out, we could always just make her one of us, right? Then she'd really have to stay. And she'd be like, what, dude, are you serious? And they're like, well, we were just joking, come on, we're not being serious, but what if, like, nah, not really. But, like, it's probably not the best approach, but it's mostly a joke, but it could be a suggestion, maybe? I don't know. It is always an option. Oh my gosh. This was one of my favorite animations to see in the trailer when the trailer came out. Just the leaning against the wall of the trailer. I don't know why I love it so much, but I do. Let's read, like, actual, like, werewolf lore, I think. That is what we're here for. Beyond big and bad, rethinking harmful werewolf stereotypes. I almost said warriors stereotypes, and that I'm thinking too much on cats. Let's just go ahead and keep reading whatever this book is, and are we just putting it away right away? Okay. Now we're reading Love in the Time of Sandwiches. We need to find some more wolf books, honestly. You know what? Let's see if we can buy some more books. Okay, we're gonna be purchasing some werewolf books, I think. I'm like hovering over each book to see if any of them are werewolf books. I see Dusk Glow by Bella Jacobs. This is a classic that started it all. Supernatural romance at its best. Young Darla must decide between a bad boy vampire and a nice werewolf boy who is friends with her dad. Guess who she picks? Dusk Glow 2, Moonrise. How does Darla handle it when her secret vampire boyfriend suddenly disappears from her life? She doesn't! She completely shuts down as a person. Read about how she literally sits in a chair and does nothing while months slip by. A great read for young girls, says the author. And Dusk Glow 3, Shadow Moon. Darla is set to be wed to her bad boy vampire when a conflict erupts between the werewolves and vampires. With her nice boy werewolf ready to join the fray, emotions erupt and one kiss changes it all. Read as she goes back and forth again on who she actually likes. Her selection will leave you howling with delight. I'll give you like 3 guesses what this book is supposed to be. Fanged Friends Forever by Wolfgang Mulder. As the lunar phase changes, so too does the lives of a group of fanged friends. The real question is, will their friendship last forever? Believe that this is one of the werewolf books. Pax and Prejudice, again by Wolfgang Mulder. Lizzle Barknet is perfectly happy running his pack as alpha leader. His rules, no questions asked. And that is until arrogant and haughty Ms. Darcy comes to town. Sparks and fur fly in this delightful comedy as these 2 young lovers delicately navigate werewolf society and pack expectations. Absolutely a werewolf one. Peter Barker's Camping Conundrum. Peter Barker's First Moon. Peter Barker's Homecoming Hijinks. A whole bunch of Peter Barker books. Might be interesting to read at some point. Don't know if they're werewolf books necessarily. I'll still buy all of them, I think. They sound like kids' books, but who cares? The Werewolf Who Came In From the Cold. And The Wolf Next Door, for sure. And I think that's it, but we're gonna definitely buy all of those. And actually, we should probably make up for that by proofreading somebody's thesis paper, I suppose. Or wait, we'll not do that quite yet. I think, Grace, I'm gonna have you de-transform and then head to the library to go chat with Cathy. Flirt is immediately an option here for... Oh boy. What if we flirt a little bit? Why not? No, wait, are you going over there? Wait, no, I want you to go over and... Hold on. You, stay where you are. Alright, Grace comes in, sees Cathy at the computer. And, starts off with a little bit of small talk, I guess. Woohoo and Bush is immediately one of the things. Maybe discuss interests, because I think Grace is, like, thinking, okay, you know what? I'm gonna see if I can, like, broach the subject of, like, werewolves at the local bar, maybe. The bartender is a human who knows quite a bit about werewolves. Maybe, like, if she can talk to Cathy, make sure everything goes well. Friendly asks to stay the night. You literally live in the same house. I did want to have her flirt a little bit. Yeah, let's have him have, like, a little bit of a conversation. Overall, the plan is go to the bar. It's kind of like, oh my gosh, they already have a tiny bit of romance there. Exactly what I was hoping for, honestly. And oh my gosh, Cathy's flirting back. You know what? That's perfect. I think that Grace is saying, like, so how about we go ahead to, like, there's a bar like right across the road from here. What if we go hang out there? Maybe we could get something to eat, just kind of hang out. Maybe you can meet some of the other locals. It's all outdoors, too, so don't worry about, like, if it's... So, like, I guess it's kind of both our scene, hopefully. So I think the 2 of them are gonna go and... hang out there. I think Cathy's like, oh yeah, sure, sounds great to me. And we're immediately on the way. We are bringing Cathy here. And the bartender over here is actually another human who just happens to live here, Celine Lopez. So let's go and do a friendly introduction. Oh, and she's literally leaving the bar. You know what? Sure, that's fine. So all 3 of us are chatting. I think Grace is like, oh hey, Celine. So this is Cathy. She's new in town. I thought maybe you could kind of give her the rundown on what the town is like. But I think that like she's gonna kind of also like give us a little bit of information on Moonwood Mill. Meanwhile, I want you to come out here and light this bonfire. You can like leave the conversation, leave them to chat for a little bit. Meanwhile, she's like, so you do actually live here in town? What do you think of it? Like, what prompted you to move here? And Celine is like, oh, like, I love We're Living magazine. I've been reading it since I was a teen. I figured out who its audience really was, and that kickstarted my journey to Moonwood Mill. And I think that that's kind of prompting Cathy to be like, I guess that's, you have to move back to the bar. You know, that's fine. Let's go ahead and order some food. Let's order some cold cuts. Sounds good to me. Hey, Editing Ren here to interject. At around this point when I was recording, I got kind of overwhelmed by like the sheer amount of Sims who wound up showing up at the bar, and the fact that stuff started going differently than I had originally planned. And this is the reason I don't normally plan stuff out this far in advance, is because my autism just gets so angry at everything happening. But anyways, just roll with it. I'm sorry if I sound a little off in the rest of the video. Anyways, back to the rest of the video. But let's go ahead and keep asking her about the town. Because I think like she'd be like, We're Living magazine. I think I saw that like lying on the table, and she'd be like, oh yeah, like, oh yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if Grace had a copy of it lying around or something. Oh my gosh, let's just sit in one place, please, dear. So we're gonna ask a little bit more about the town. Talking about werewolves. Yeah, we already asked about We're Living magazine. And you ordered a drink. Yep. What else can we learn about the town? Are you just gonna tell us the exact same thing? If we get the same thing for the third time in a row, I'm gonna move to something else, but... My favorite book genre is romance, and my favorite books are always about werewolves. So obviously, my two favorite books are The Wolf Next Door and Pax and Prejudice. And between you and me, I've met the author! And you know, I think that that's going to excite her, so let's ask about her favorite author, because she's like, wait a second, you met the author? That's so cool, who is he? Or, like, that's Wolfgang Mulder, right? Who's Wolfgang, what is Wolfgang Mulder like? But we're going to keep asking about Moonwood Mill. And there's just a ghost here. That's perfectly normal. Multiple ghosts, actually. Catching a Luna fish is rare. If you do, however, there are some great benefits from grilling it up and eating it. You'll gain moon-infused natural energy, and you'll increase your athletic prowess tenfold. And then, like, I guess we're asking about, like, so what's the deal with Greg anyway? And, like, everyone keeps saying to stay away from him, but he seems pretty okay. And I think, like, she's like, well, take my advice. Stay away from Greg. He isn't like the other werewolves around here. He's dangerous. They put those signs up for a reason. The other werewolves don't even like him. And that's just flat out saying, yes, werewolves are a thing. Yes, and Greg is a werewolf, and he's dangerous for a werewolf. But she's met him and immediately befriended him. He immediately got along with her. But if I'm remembering what little of the lore I know correctly, I believe that those scars that she has actually came from Greg. The bite, the scar on her face. She was attacked by Greg, and she feels like Greg is very dangerous as a result. So I can't really blame her entirely for that. But I think Grace is like, oh man, she just outright said that werewolves are a thing. But I think Cathy's like, wait, so you know about werewolves? Like, what are they like? Like, how many are around here? So Grace is just kind of like listening for like what her reaction is. Deep conversation, I think. If you find yourself in need while wandering around Moonwood Mill, the folks in the collective are pretty helpful. Even though I'm not a werewolf, they've always welcomed me. The Wild Fangs, on the other hand, well, they're more focused on helping themselves. And now we've just got a massive conversation happening here. And we're gonna flirt a little bit with Grace while we're at it. I do want Grace to... Grace is into Argelia, who is an elder ghost. I do want to have you, like, ask for... I'm gonna actually remove the ghost from the conversation. I'm gonna have you discuss being a werewolf. I'm gonna have you discuss being a werewolf as if, like, you're talking about, like, so, you knew werewolves were a thing? What do you think about that? This is gonna be how she kind of broaches the subject of werewolves in the first place. And she seems to be okay with that. Okay, I know we're very flirty, but let's go ahead and, ask for Cursed Bite. We can't really do that quite yet. I think Grace will be like, well, kind of explain the whole wild things thing, actually. Like, well, sure, the wild things might look out more for other werewolves, but, like, they are actually pretty okay. I think this is Cathy finally realizing, wait a second, werewolves are a thing and everybody here knows about it. There's just too many ghosts around here, oh my gosh. And the ghost is possessing the trash can. You know what? This is fine. Everything is fine. And now you're running to the underground bunker to go and wash your hands. Okay. Well, you're just leaving Cathy to, like, chat with everybody up here. You know what? That's fine. I was not expecting this. You want to woohoo in a bush? You're very flirty and you want to woohoo in a bush. And meanwhile, you want to flirt with someone. I'm gonna have you head back up. And first kiss. Reveal deep secret. I think that that's what's gotta happen right now, is that, Grace is finally gonna, like, say, like, so here's the thing. I'm also a vampire. Not a vampire. Why am I saying vampire? You are a werewolf. I am getting my mythological creatures mixed up today. So here's the thing. I'm actually a werewolf myself. And she seems like that's actually really fun. She seems like, oh my gosh, you're a werewolf? That's actually so cool. Like, no, I'm kind of into that. Like, she immediately goes to flirt. So I think what we're gonna do is transform just to kind of show her, like, what our werewolf form looks like. Like, do you actually want to see? So, this is my werewolf form, and we just immediately hug, like, dude, that actually looks so cool! I mean, you're still the same Grace, right? Oh my gosh, this is surprisingly adorable. And Grace is going to sleep out here. Oh yeah, Grace still has the big sad wolf sentiment. Oh yeah, I'm probably gonna have them actually apologize now, because be like, I might be the werewolf that scared you. I really hope that's not the case. But I'm so sorry about that if it was me. And we need to sleep during the day is the problem. Let's go ahead and light this on fire, I think. Maybe we can show off the fire dancing to... Let's show off the fire dancing for Cathy once Cathy shows back up. I wonder if you can fire dance. But you're off to Beastie Boogie. Just kind of dancing in here. You know what? Sure, this is fine. And you're gonna come and join the dance? Aw, this is actually pretty great. I think Grace is still feeling a little bit out of place, because, like, Cathy will start chatting with literally everybody, and then Grace kind of wanders off to be on their own. They are a loner, and they're feeling pretty tense and uncomfortable with everything. But it's also getting to be pretty late, and Cathy needs to get to bed, so I think that, they're gonna have, like, one last chat with each other and probably head home. Go dance with Cathy for a little bit, I think. And then have a deep conversation. Like, look, I know that, like, now you figure out that I'm a werewolf, but I really hope that this doesn't, like, actually change anything between us, so... I don't really know how this is going completely. I didn't actually plan for Cathy to find out that Grace herself is a werewolf quite yet. Oh, they just had a negative sentiment. Like, she's like, dude, are you kidding? Like, you're a werewolf. Like, that's so cool. Like, so I'm guessing, like, if, like, Cathy's, like, saying, yeah, like, try, like, doesn't mean, like, in a bad way that it changes things, but, like, or maybe it was just a boring conversation. Anyways, I think, like, after this, they're gonna be like, yeah, are you ready to go? Yeah, I think I'm ready to go. So, yeah, look how exhausted they are. Or at least Cathy is. Grace is already on the run. Let's just go home, guys. But yeah, I think that, like, now it's daytime, I think Grace is gonna go ahead and go to sleep. You definitely need some sleep, too. Your sleep schedules have been messed with by staying up so late, guys. But you know what? I think that this is about when I'm gonna wrap up this episode anyway. So, I was actually not expecting Grace to already reveal himself to be a werewolf to Cathy. Oh my gosh, your fury is already going up. It's already pretty high, and it's the full moon. Tonight is the call of the beast. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of the Werewolf series. If you enjoyed, please be sure to hit the like button and leave a comment down below letting me know what you think. And if you aren't already, consider hitting the subscribe button. Subscribing is completely free, and you can always unsubscribe at any time. Stay safe out there, everybody.